Hey, hey, welcome to the open floor. It's your girl Yan.
It's your girl Nikki.
And we would like to wish you all a happy new year. Woo! Listen, when you're texting people, it's happy new year. Not happy new years. Okay? It's one new year.
Well, you can thank them in advance.
No.
For the years to come.
Happy new year. Okay? I just had to get that out of the way.
And then when you put the fire, what is it? The fireworks emoji, it goes on the whole screen.
Yes. So
a lot of people didn't know that. Fun fact about iPhones.
Yeah. So how do you feel? How do you feel now? Like, do you feel like you're pumped up and ready to start fresh, or do you feel like you still got some things you want to work on? Like, how do you feel now? We're in a new year.
Why do I feel like you're in the background and I'm close?
We're past the
Wait, let me back up. Don't hurt my tree. Oh, my tree. Sorry. Okay. This year was a hell of a year. Major. I would say all my major transitions happened this year. It was a lot of risk taking this year, a lot of soul searching, a lot of growth that I had to face. I met a lot of really cool people that I just wanna,
Yes.
And it's through the podcast. We finally did the podcast. We made a vision board. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago. And I pretty much tackled majority of the shit that was on that board. I really did. The only thing is we didn't get our bins yet.
That's still there. We're gonna get our bins.
No, I know. I'm just saying that we didn't get the bins yet. But as far as like my real estate license, all the trips that we wanted to do, the stuff that I wanted to do, the podcast was on there. It was a few things. I think you put crazy shit on yours. I don't even know why.
I still ain't get my twin daughters, but we ain't gonna
You
talk
asked
about
for
that.
twin daughters is insane.
I wanna say 2024, actually 2022.
It was a trying year.
2023 and 2024 did a number on me. But 2024, I think what made that year different from the other two, I feel like I was at the end of whatever cycle I was probably in. Like, so whatever lessons, I felt like I've passed that. I feel like I learned so much. I feel like I'm so much stronger mentally because, like, for instance, I always say between August and January, every year, I'm always going through the most stuff. I used to say that all the time, and literally my life will really be like that. But this year, I had 2024, I had a lot going on, but I handled it so well. Like, I did not stress out. Of course, I'm human. I had my moments where I might just,
yeah, I talked to you off the ledge. Less, is that a word? Lesser this year.
Yeah.
Not as much.
But I didn't go all the way, like, into depression, and, like, I'm really glad that I finally, like, built up the strength to get through that.
Just like, oh my God.
Yes.
Was that your lesson this year?
Yes.
I showed a lot of gratitude this year because I pulled off a lot of shit and it happened fast. Like, when stuff happens for me, it happens really, really fast. I don't have time to think about it. I don't have time to make a decision. I don't know what it is, if God has this thing with me, but it happened fast. It was a lot of things that I did that I didn't think I could do alone. I fixed my credit. I bought my house. I moved back to a place, and yes, I actually like Philly, that I wanted to be in. I did enjoy it. Not saying I hate Georgia, but it's just not for me. Like, I didn't feel happy there. I didn't feel home there. It's just, and that actually happened the end of 2023 going into 2024. Of a lot of stuff that changed, and I had to, like, really, all right, bitch, do or die. Even not to get personal, like, we still have our kinks and whatever, but I have a better relationship with my kid's dad, so that helps me, like, mentally be able to cope and do stuff on my own. There's some little things to iron out, but you know that comes with time and as they get older. Work wise, I'm working on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing bigger projects. It's testing me, but
you know something I just noticed. What you saying all that? Ever since you left, what was it? 2022.
I left in 22.
Yes.
Yes.
When you left me, my life crumbled.
When you said that, I was thinking about it. I would say, did I came back?
Like, just look at it. Like, you left.
I had to leave though.
You're like a man. Like, he come in, he romance you, and get you all of your feelings, and then boom,
we was at the peak of our relationship. We was having fun.
You just left me.
We had too much fun though. If I would have stayed, if I would have stayed, I think that was the best decision.
Like, oh my god.
No, because we was into some shit. Like we were bad for each other.
We were not. We were good.
What?
Why was we bad for each other?
We were terrible. I was on my single again, back on the prime. Like I was.
I'm trying to think. I'm not claiming that.
I didn't even say that part.
Was I bad for you?
No, but you damn sure ain't stopped me for anything bad besides doing cocaine. Shit, what? You never stopped me. And I think because you seen what I went through, so it's like, yeah, like you gotta get your shit off. And what you really do. And you let me get my shit off.
I needed you to heal, child. I really did.
You was sick of me.
Because every time I looked at you in that phase, I remembered myself in that phase. And it's like, if I could give you like a boost, like a little, all right, you don't want to go through this, so do this.
Yeah. I had to though. I had to go through it.
So
my solitude was good too. And I grew plants.
Yeah, you are the plant lady, child.
Mm-hmm. I have 2 more coming.
So let's get into our questions. Let's get it. I'm totally not gonna give it any energy. What are your biggest dating resolutions for the new year?
I said something the other day. What was it? What did I say the next time I talk to somebody they're not gonna do? Nicknames.
Oh, calling you like baby, boo, baby.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because that fucks with my head. Because I think we go together now. Just call me Nikki.
So you want them to not call you that?
Address me as who I am.
But if you're their baby, you're their boo. Why?
But if I'm your baby, I'm your woman. Like we're together.
So you want them to control that, but not you control your feelings.
That'll help me control my feelings.
But your feelings are your responsibility.
No, it's not. 100%.
Yeah.
Your reactions are, but not your feelings. That's no different from the last episode of somebody gaslighting you and what is it, sweet candy or whatever it is, air candy. Yeah, like somebody could air candy the shit out of you, and then now
I've been through that though. So
yeah, but you can't control your feelings. Like, and I had this conversation at work. Like, you can't help who you love. Like, you can't help how much you like a person.
Yeah. Or
you can distract yourself with other things and other people, but when it's time to go to bed, that man is right back on your mind like he never left, rent free, and they paid a motherfucking dollar. But anyways, I would say to not be afraid to. Oh God, you're making me vulnerable. To not be afraid to say how I feel, because I find myself holding back a lot because I'm afraid of that person's reaction. Mm-hmm. So if it's something that I do like that he said, or if it's something like I'm not gonna brush nothing off. Like, I want to learn how to nip it in the bud, like, right then and there.
Right.
And do it in a way of not caring what his reaction is, because how I feel is how I feel. That's something
healthy communication.
Yeah, but it's not healthy to everybody.
No, it's not. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
So for me, my biggest dating resolution.
Where's my...
That's
toughy.
It is very tough because, like, the space I'm in, I know what I'm not doing any longer is going with the flow of things. Mm-hmm. I do need clarity very, very early on, because if I don't get clarity early on, I'm never going to I'm not going to say never, but I won't bring it up later, and it'll just it'll be a situation that keeps going on longer and longer and longer. And I just don't want that.
Or to just end with no explanation.
Yeah, like I want to be sure and know my place in a person's life, and I want them to know the place in my life. But to just not say anything and keep avoiding that conversation, I can't do that anymore.
Right, and I think a lot of women, we avoid it because we're scared of their reaction.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God. Like, I want to be able to, like, you know how, like, if I'm talking to a guy in any situation, and I just can't wait to get home and call you and be like, bitch, like, it was just I don't know how to explain it, but I'm in love, bitch. Like, that shit. Like, I want to be able to say, even though, like, I do believe in love at first sight, but I want to be able to express that to that person too. And he could be like, oh, that's so cute. Or like, you know, I feel the same way or whatever. Like, to not be afraid to show emotion of how you really feel. And I know that the dating pool has piss in it and shit in it and vomit in it. But some things, especially if it's naturally happening, just ride the fucking wave. Like, y'all might be in love today and not in love tomorrow. But today, right now, I'm in love.
Yeah. Fair. It's fair.
But they get scared and run away from shit like that. So
yeah,
women get scared. Yeah, like women get scared, or they'll brag and say, yeah, I fucked shit out that bitch and now she going crazy. Like, you know you was feeling it too, my nigga. Like, you didn't want me to leave. Did you forget that part? Alright, fine.
It's the art now.
I'm just saying, I'm saying how I feel. And it's either you gonna stick with it and keep that shit rolling. I wanna be more vocal about my feelings. I wanna be more vocal of I understand that you should try to figure a person out because they would purposely do what you like because you said it, but I still want to do it because eventually a man's going to show his true self. So, yeah.
Absolutely. For me, moving forward, when it comes to dating, I know that I'm not going to go with the flow anymore. Clarity is really big to me up front. Like, of course, I'm not saying like when we say we're dating with intentions, that's not saying we're getting married tomorrow. That's just saying that that's the focus, and I want to get to know you with that being like the possibly the ending goal
towards a committed relationship.
I don't want to say, oh, I'm just dating for fun. Like, no, I'm not dating for fun.
I'm past that.
Like, I'm not there anymore.
It's not fun.
Shit. Yeah. It's really not fun anymore.
It's
like,
really not fun.
To know you went on a date, you had a good time with a guy, and you go home, and he's probably with somebody else, and y'all never going to be in a relationship with each other. Like, no, that's not fun.
It's a pointless mission.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely, clarity is big for me.
What if he's like not sure?
I feel like I should know that you're not sure early on. But people can go into a situation, have great feelings for that person, and then things could change. Anything could change it too. Like something that was done or said or not done or said while dating, and people can go the other way, but that's fine. Just communicate.
I'm thinking of questions in my head because I'm trying not to get personal without getting personal.
Just communicate, because there's no reason why it should go on for years and years. And
like, don't lead me on.
Nobody
I literally have to say that to somebody. Like, don't blow smoke up my ass and leave me in the dust, like all fucked up, retarded. Because I'm gonna resent you. So if you don't think that you ready or you prepared or whatever the case may be, then just, you know, we can still be friends. Like, it's okay. Right?
I don't even want to do that.
I'll be a friend.
See, if you catch it early,
because like, especially if that person has, like, he could still add value to your life in different ways. If, like, say if he's knowledgeable, say if he has access to all these things that you're trying to do to grow your business, like, you're not gonna keep him as a friend
until when though?
Forever.
So if he's just a friend, you meet someone else who is pursuing you, like, and they want something serious, you think that their friendship is okay there?
Yeah, because he still played a major part. He still helped you.
But you went into it with the intent on it being exactly what you got with the other guy. So how can you still be friends with him?
I have a special gift to get to switch.
But with your man, do you think your man is gonna be?
Listen, do you trust me or not? Like, that's what that boils down to.
men and women, I do believe can be friends, but I do feel like
I have male friends.
I feel like when you're in a relationship, regardless of that being your friend, I feel like you should still take steps back. Like y'all can still check in maybe from time to time.
But that's what it is with friends.
Yeah, but it's different.
Not friends with benefits.
When you
friends.
have an actual friend, like how we're friends, that's fine. But if you went into a situation with that man originally for y'all to be something, but he wasn't ready or whatever, and then you decided to be friends, your intent from the beginning was to be something. No matter where y'all are now, that was your intent. It doesn't matter. So your feelings could always go back there. If you get mad at your new man,
I'm not,
and he's still around,
like
you don't.
Like yeah, I don't. I'm just speaking for myself. I don't work like that. Like as soon as you tell me what it is. Yeah, it depends on the person. It depends on discipline. It depends on a lot of shit that falls with that. But if we're friends, we're friends. If we go together, we go together.
Now
like,
tell me,
I don't mix in between.
Is sex involved into that?
No.
The friendship?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, if that hasn't happened,
that's still some
that
type
helps.
of emotion.
But I feel
even
like
if I had sex with you, we could still
the emotions.
I can still cut you off and be your friend. Like I don't know. Because it's just, I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste your time. And then my whole thing is, I feel like men, when they get pissy, when you find another man and then they realize now that's when, you got to cut him off. Because he's in his feelings. But you made it clear from the beginning, you didn't want a relationship.
But that's my point. So
now if he get messy,
that, you just end it.
But not all men is like that. They really could be your friend. And some women could really be your friend. So it depends on the person, I guess.
It definitely depends. It's just risky, regardless, because everybody feels we can accept a lot of things. This is so like off topic, but it's like even when a woman agrees to a threesome, you can go into it with every intent that everything's gonna be fine. You got control of the situation until you see that other woman, and then you crying.
Yeah.
And you accusing him of cheating, or he
People
does
don't
cheat.
know
like,
what they.
You don't know until you're in
Nobody knows until they're in that situation.
Right. Exactly.
So I was talking to a person and actually asked, like, what's your, like, are you seriously dating right now? Are you like just playing the field? I had one who said, no, I'm just, he going with the flow. He don't really want nothing serious. Mm-hmm. Then you have one who says, oh yeah, like, I want to be serious. I'm not out here to play. Like, I'm not with that. Like I miss coming home to a woman. I miss all of this. I miss all of that. And then what do you do when you show that person? Not show him, but it's obviously there, right? Like the connection is there. Everything is there. But then that person kind of like flip a switch a little bit. And it's kind of like, maybe I'm not ready for that. But already wowed you. Already, y'all fucking with each other. Like, what do you do with that? I guess that would be a situationship. Like,
not necessarily.
You reeled in.
It's only a situationship if you continue in that space of confusion.
Right.
But if you nip it in the bud early on, and y'all make the decision of whatever it is, and you find out that they're not ready or whatever, then now the ball is really.
Wasted, though?
It's not. I don't feel like it's ever wasted. I feel like every situation is preparing you for something. So.
To handle it better.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely clarity is important. Moving forward.
And know where y'all stand.
Yeah.
How long do you think a person should date before they get serious?
I don't think it should take years. I don't even think that's a real thing to even say I'm dating someone for years. Like
how long y'all been dating?
Years. What
2 years.
Fuck is that?
Just 2 years.
It just don't make sense to me. And I can see if people meet and people go through seasons, and maybe he's in a season where he really is focused on working, or she's focusing on working and she's in school or whatever, and they want something serious, but they just want to take their time. So basically, the feelings are there. They know the direction they're going. They both know they want each other, but they're both focused on career
or focused on fear.
Right. But they know that they both have the same goal in mind. If it works out, that's how it should be. It should not be. We are 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years in, and we've just been sleeping together and going on dates from time to time and talking. There's no consistency, and even worse, there's no clear direction on where we're going. We're just in this space thing, and like that's stupid.
That's
Like,
a heavy.
we too grown for that.
Definitely a 38 up club. I'm sorry, I don't have time.
Too
Like,
grown.
I don't have the mental capacity to deal with some shit like that. Like, I would just so block and delete.
Yeah, I just can't do it no more because like I feel like sometimes I want more. I do want another child.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't want another child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not preventing it, but I'm not planning it either. It's just there for whatever God has for me, but I just don't want to. I feel like I don't want to wait. What would be wasting time is me continuing to date people and not knowing what I want with them.
Right.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. So that was how do you plan to approach, right?
No, that was my resolutions. We're at. Oh. What are your biggest your biggest dating? Oh no, wait.
Yeah. How do you plan to approach
dating differently? Yeah.
Yeah. How do you plan to approach that differently?
I pretty much the same. Like making sure
you can't do nothing the same.
No, I'm saying as far as what I said. I'm saying as far as like getting clarity because I already changed the way I dated this past year. Like I feel like
you feel like that's working for you.
Honesty, upfront, clarity, upfront.
Mm-hmm.
And for myself, just knowing if I'm ready and wanting to deal with these people, like I'm not the one wasting their time, or I'm not the one playing with them. Like I don't want to lead people on.
Okay.
So.
Or be led on. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me look at that question again because I had an answer. How do you plan to approach dating differently? Truth moment, and I kind of fucked it up. But I do want to prolong the sex part. Okay. I don't want to have that be like within the first even couple of dates. And I was talking to a guy, shout out to him. See, perfect example. I met a guy, he was really nice, but he stays in another state. He says, are you looking for can you do long distance? And I said, no. So now, but we still talk. But we just talk. Now he's telling me about dates he going on and I'm like, no, give her another chance. So that's just an example. It didn't work out, right? Okay. But with his culture, and I'm not gonna say his culture, say his business, but very strict culture. He asked me the question like, how many dates do you think you should go on before you actually have sex with that person? And then I was just like, I mean, if the connection is there, the connection is there. Like, it's the first date, the fifth date, the fourth date. Like, you know, if it's there, it's there. But then after I said it out my mouth, I was like, yeah, no. Like, that's something I definitely want to, I'm not saying I didn't want to date this year. But, you know, couple. But I don't want to do that anymore.
Sex too early.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a time frame. I feel like a simple answer for me is we all grown, we do what we want or we feel is best for us, but I also feel like when we're making those decisions, we need to know what to come with. Mm-hmm. Like there's no take backs. Mm-hmm. So if you decide to have sex on the first night, you can't be mad if they may call you a whore or if they take you serious and vice versa. So
but seriously dating, like to I just think I think you should just hold off.
But for how long?
Get to know that person. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna have a conversation with God maybe when we're done. But I don't know. I just don't know. Cause I will take it personally if it switch up. You get what I'm saying? Because even though like you could be a person that don't go on dates a lot and don't have like I held out for a year and some months and it's like that doesn't mean she's a hoe. You get what I'm saying? So I'm on the other side, but still, like I fucked with you, like you know, it just happened. But that'll make you a hoe. But I still don't want that perception. And I feel like he has to be very worthy of it. Like you gotta work for this. Just like what Slice said. that the women, the marital rate will go up if
And
women
women
would just hold
unified.
their pussy down. Like, just hold off on it a little bit. Give them something to think about. Give them something to wonder about. Like, yeah, that's my answer.
What are your deal breakers when it comes to dating after
Never.
holidays? After the holidays.
Oh. Complaining about how broke you are because you did all this stuff for your family. I don't want to hear that shit. All right, fine. We're not gonna talk about finances. We're not talking about finances. We're not talking about finances. We listen and we don't. Okay. No deal breakers after the holidays. Why after the holidays? Because it's New Year's.
I don't see me personally. I don't have an answer for that. I feel like after the holidays, it's grind time for everybody. So like, what could possibly be a deal breaker? Like, oh, you didn't give me a gift. Like, I waited to after the holidays. And, oh, you didn't give me a gift. Nah, I really don't care.
Yeah, I don't really have. My deal breaker comes any time of day. Any time to fucking January through December. I don't know.
So would you say you're more open to serious relationships or casual dating this year? I know we kind of like got into, but like you talked about your recent dating experience, but like moving forward, do you feel like you're gonna continue to date with purpose, basically, or casual?
I would say with a purpose. I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I'm definitely ready.
I don't. There's too much going on out here. Like I would say I'm dating with a purpose, and then my kids are at the age where, like, I don't want to wait until they super old.
That's me right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be difficult. So, and I mean, who don't want to be loved? Like, listen, being independent and being strong is ghetto. I don't want to do it. I'm done. I throw it out. Where he at? But yeah, no, seriously dating. Seriously dating.
So how do you plan?
How do you seriously date multiple people at one time?
So that's something that has changed for me. So I was always.
I have a one-track mind.
I was so big
and
on
a one-track pussy.
dating multiple people at once to weigh your options. Now I do feel like that's true, but that's one of the things where I feel like when you make that decision, you gotta be ready to come with it, because you can date multiple people to get to know people. That doesn't mean you have to sleep with all of them.
No.
But at the same time, you could be focused on one that you really want, and
It's
even
gonna,
though you're not
be that
together,
one. Like, but it's gonna
yeah,
be
but
that
those
one.
other people, like, even though that man that you really like can't really say nothing, he could not take you serious just because he knows you're interacting with other men.
Exactly.
So I don't agree with like dating a bunch of people at once. So that's more so why now clarity and honesty up front to know what the direction of the relationship has to happen, because I'm not about to spend a year or 4 years with someone.
Quiz, and it's like, you know, you have A, B, and C. What about that A, B, C, D, and E? It makes it more confusing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're telling me, wait, when did we get it? I was supposed to go out with you on Tuesday. Fuck, I already got somebody on
There's definitely
Tuesday.
a lot to
That's
juggle.
just too much. Yeah, and then you got kids.
And honestly, in my experience, even when I dated multiple people at once, I still always only wanted that one person. But those other people were there when that person wasn't available to talk or hang out, or if that person wasn't giving me what I deserved at that time.
Exactly.
But again,
so you use them as placeholders instead.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically.
I just wanted to know that question because I can't do it.
Yeah. So I'm not there anymore though. Like I just feel like I want to see a situation all the way through before I go to the next one. I just can't. I'm not juggling nothing.
And figure it out. Yeah. I like that.
So how do you plan to navigate?
Wait, you didn't ask. You didn't answer the question.
I did.
Are you seriously dating?
I said it. I said yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was say don't.
I just said all of that. And you act, yes, I'm very serious. Look, I'm about to ask the man to marry me. That's how serious I am.
Bishop, you ever?
No, I would never do that. That is crazy.
I would go purposely get that ring off his finger.
Dealing with rejection like that is like, I can deal with some forms of rejection. I don't like any of them, but some I take them for what they are. But that, I don't even feel like that's how it's supposed to be. So, what is your advice for someone who wants to prioritize self-love before jumping back into dating?
Fuck niggas get money. Sorry. Okay, that question came to my head before. But why would you ask me something like that? Like what? So you have to learn self love again before. I feel like that's the only way your dating life is going to be successful. You have to practice self love. You have to practice getting closer to God. You have to find yourself. You have to see what you like to do, what makes you happy, what tickles your fancy, what sex positions you like. All right, fine. No, you just you really need to get to know yourself all over again if you didn't know yourself before. And that way when you do start dating, like you're is less likely that some man or any woman or man will come in and try to mentally manipulate you. That's how you avoid all the narcissists. That's how you see the red flags in the beginning. And you know you're not crazy because you've been with yourself for a long time. You know? I mean, you work for you. Why can't that person see? Like, no, but you learn a lot about yourself, and you also have to face. I feel like when you by yourself, you face your demons and the habits that you have, and the shit that you lack, and stuff that you really need to work on without another person telling you. You actually get to see it for yourself. So that way, when you go into another relationship, that's already squared away. I know I got a problem. No, but you already dealt with the problem beforehand, so it's not a problem anymore. And again, people
So
can't tell you that, oh my God, you need to do this or you need to do that. Like, I love myself. If you don't like me, then the doors is behind the tree. Kick them out. That's why we blocking
I can always tell when you like are winding down within the episode.
people. Mm-hmm.
I can always tell when you're
Because
like when you tune out.
I just be going way left because
Every time. Every time.
people need to know you have to be alone. Like everybody should experience living by
What do you
themselves.
mean be alone though? Like
Be alone with you, yourself, and Irene and your plants.
because isolation.
Smoke by yourself, drink by yourself.
So they say isolation is not actually as good as people make it seem. Like, which for me, I can agree because I feel like with me being with
You have
myself,
to be okay with being alone, though.
it's so I understand that part, but to shut yourself off from the world is how I took it.
You still go outside.
Okay.
You still hang out with your friends. You still, you got to go to work. Like you're still socializing with people, but you're home by yourself or with your kids or whatever the case may be. Like you run the show. That's it. There's nobody else. And if you fuck up, you fucked up. Like that was your doing. So you don't have, and when it comes to facing the harsh truth of reality, you don't have nobody else to blame but yourself. Some people need to be put in that position in order to fix themselves. Mm-hmm. So that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Solitude is good. I just learned that I had a green thumb. I be growing everything. Everything.
Definitely prioritize yourself.
And you put yourself first in any situation going forward. Because now you fucks with yourself.
Oh my God. All right, fine. I'm just looking at something. But
who would yeah, I just made better than fish. It was a little salty, but it was good. That was my first time.
My advice for the self-love would be kind of some of the things that you said. Like it's very similar. Like taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, financially.
Mm-hmm. Being able to hold your own. Yeah.
Understanding yourself and what you want out of life before like trying to focus on another person. So that way when you do meet a person, you won't get lost in that person and what they're doing. Because if they're in that space where they know what they got going on, like you won't get lost in what they got going on. You'll still be able to focus and have your shit together too. So that's my advice.
And it's less likely that you will have codependency issues too. Yeah. With that man or woman or whoever you with, because you're okay with being alone. So you're not going to be calling that person, where you at, what you doing, like, kind of like how do you, but you're not going to have that problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a successful New Year, New Me dating experience? And how do
I just
you
got
how do
back
you handle
into.
the expectations of others when it comes to your dating life in the new year?
I don't know. This will be my first one. Can we follow up in February? Can we? My birthday, there's a lot happening in Valentine's Day. Like, can we follow up? Because this be a Valentine's Day edition 2.0. How Nikki's dating life is going. Like,
I can answer. Um, so yes and no. Um,
did you get it?
I think every year. Oh,
Does it feel good?
it feels so good.
Sorry, guys.
Oh God, this feels great. This feels so great.
Hmm.
Okay, so to answer the question, I have definitely progressed forward every new year when it comes to dating. Um, so yes, things have definitely gotten better with the new year, new me.
What is your new you?
I think I think that's me just saying like the things I'm changing about myself and the way I move and
what you standing for?
yeah, like I
So
always
where's your in 2025? Did you think about it yet? Something that you want to work on cutting out? Not cutting out, but something that you want to acknowledge when dating?
yeah. Um, I don't want to say that I'm codependent because I definitely know that at one point in my life I was, and I'm not anymore. But when I'm like really into someone, I get really invested, and I don't focus on me like I should because I get so wrapped up in whatever the situation is. So moving forward,
I had that same issue.
I need to be able to take care of my own shit and
handle business first.
Yeah, business first, the love later.
You can never put love second though.
I
Like
have
everything
to.
you do is out of love.
No, I have
Even
to.
for yourself. Oh, in a relationship.
With dating and relationship.
Yeah.
Well, dating, I can't even say relationship because in a relationship, I would see it totally different.
Yeah. Okay, got it. That getting to know phase of a person.
Yeah, and I can't even say getting to know, like just that person in that space. I did it again.
What space?
Yeah, so Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So, if there's anyone you guys would like to see on the show, or if there's anyone who would like to be on the show, feel free to hit us up on Instagram, or you can email us at theopenfloorpod@gmail.com. Please make sure